Jacksonville! All right. Would you please welcome Molly Hatchet?
Keith, Molly Hatchet is playing a sold-out New Year's Eve show at the Lakeland Civic Center. It has to be an exciting time for the band.
The morning of the 31st of December 1979, Dave takes the brand new tour bus. He gets George Wheeler out of bed. He takes the tour bus by himself to McDonald's. He's sitting in the jump seat up front, and he walks into McDonald's with his long hair. And we've got the Molly Hatchet tour bus with the two different, murals on each side. It was early in the morning. I mean, the show was already set up the day before, so basically the morning we had the morning off. But we're in Lakeland. Once again, we're in between Orlando and Tampa. Outlaws are from Tampa. Molly Hatchet's from Jacksonville, and also our buddies from Jacksonville. 38 Special is playing. Being home in Gator Country, it was just, it just made the band feel great.
Tell me about the New Year's Eve show.
Donnie and 38 opens the show, and Molly Hatchet then opens for the Outlaws. The Outlaws come in, they do their shows, and what was so great about New Year's Eve is at the end of the show, all the bands got on stage. It was about, I would say 11:45, and we started singing Old Lang Syne. They were passing around the champagne. It was just, the crew's looking on, and they're partying a little bit themselves, because we have the next day off with it being New Year's Eve.
Keith, was there a pecking order with all these great bands to play on one stage for this show?
Molly Hatchet was outselling the Outlaws. So it got to the point in the end of 1979 where there were no parameters put on Molly Hatchet. And we didn't put any parameters on 38 Special. Everybody knew everybody. It's not like being out with REO Speedwagon, because there were certain parameters that happened during the REO shows, or with Bob Seger. Okay, it was, like I've said, it's more of a kindred. When you start selling albums out on the road, that kind of releases the pecking order and the scrutiny of being able to do things out on the road, because that headliner knows that the opening band is working to be exactly where the headliner is.
Any final thoughts, Keith, that you'd like to share about the show in Lakeland, Florida?
A good friend of mine, Chuck Lips, who I still know today, Chuck has given us some pictures over the course of the episodes of The Gatekeeper. And some of the pictures that we're going to be using today, Chuck Lips provided those pictures for us. So all I want to say is thanks to Chuck Lips, great guy, and it was just a great way to end 1979. And all I can say to that, Ron, is stand by, because there's surprises coming up in 1980. So stand by for the next episode of The Gatekeeper.